Hey guys, so in this video, we are going to be doing kind of like this amped up, glammed up, everyday kind of makeup tutorial. You could also wear this to like a party or a wedding or a bigger event. Like I just think this is a really versatile makeup look. It's pretty dang simple and neutral. So I definitely feel like you could wear this like any day of the week. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. Let's just hop into it. The first thing we do before I get started is we're gonna diffuse some essential oils. This awesome essential oil diffuser was sent to me. The best part about it is it's sold on Amazon and I order everything on Amazon. What I love about it is that it is like wood. It looks like wood and I just think it looks so much nicer than any other diffuser that I have. I weirdly feel like it makes my essential oils more like potent and like smell stronger than any other diffuser. So I'll link this down below for you guys if you like to diffuse essential oils. I think they're great for when you're getting ready because you can use them to like help you wake up, or if you're getting ready for bed and you want to diffuse some lavender. I love to keep a diffuser here in my makeup room so I can set the mood, you know? So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm just going to use the No Problem Primer Prime Essence by Touch in Soul. This one is a bit more liquidy than the original one. Next one I'm gonna use is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter for Superstar Youth Glow. I talked about this in my drunk makeup lesson video and how I always use it when Lindsay's over, but I never buy it myself, and I finally was just like, you have to do it because I love it so much. I just feel like it makes my skin look like no other product does. So I made a little trip to Sephora yesterday. Shocker. It was the last day of the sale, so I kind of went crazy. I bought some other things I'm gonna talk about in a video I'm gonna film this weekend. I got the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I saw somebody talk about it and I was like testing foundations on my hand. I've been in a really big foundation mood. Like I just really wanna try all of the foundations. Roxette Arisa, I saw her talk about it and just like the way it looked on her skin and the way she was talking about it, I was like, maybe I'm gonna try that. So I'm gonna try it. So if you are new around here, I have really dry skin and I've always had super dry skin and I always lean for really sheer and dewy products. I'm so serious about my skincare and I take such good care of my skin and I do all these things to make my skin really hydrated. And then I go in with the dewy foundation and then I go in with all these highlighters and then I go in with these powders that aren't drying. I tend to look like too oily and I've kind of like been wearing a little bit more makeup lately, even on just a day-to-day basis, and so I feel like I'm wanting a little bit more than just these like sheer dewy foundations. Although like I love them, I've just been like wanting to try other things. So that's where this foundation came in. I wanted to try something that was a little bit more matte. I don't know, like I just kind of had like a come to Jesus moment when I was in Sephora yesterday and I was like, hey, maybe if you just wore a more matte foundation, you could use all these dewy products that you want to be using and you won't look like a grease ball. You know what I mean? And I feel like this foundation isn't so matte. I mean, you can see like there's still a bit of glow. I mean, I know I had the Charlotte Tilbury on, but it's still like kind of shining through. But even in spots like where I didn't put the Charlotte Tilbury, it's not totally a flat matte. So we'll see how it wears. I will report back to you guys at a later date. I feel like I'm testing out a lot of foundations right now, so we'll see what makes the cut. All right, next I'm gonna go in with concealer. As always, I'm using the Born This Way concealer. If you guys never used this concealer before, you literally need like half the amount or like the quarter of the amount of this concealer than I do for other concealers. And I swear like the more I use it, like the less and less and less I use, because it's like it's just not necessary. It just so full coverage and a little goes such a long way. Okay, I'm liking the skin so far. So I got another thing from Sephora I'm gonna try out today. Just these two things is gonna be the only two new products in this video, but I got the Huda Beauty. I've never bought something from Huda Beauty before. This particular product, I don't remember who I saw use it, but I was like, ooh, I kind of want to try that. And that's the Tantour I like to cream contour bronze, like I like the way that it looks, but I just feel like I don't have very many products. I don't feel like I have any products actually that I genuinely like to use. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna use a Zoeva 110. It's kind of like a foundation brush, but just like a really tiny one. I was kind of like scared of the colors. I felt like I didn't know which one to get. So I went with the light. I feel like that is my problem with other cream contours and bronzers, is that they're just too light. So I almost bought the medium, but it just looked so dark. I was scared. I kind of wish the color was a bit warmer. I don't love a really cool contour. I used to, oh my gosh, if you watch like my super old videos, I use like NYX taupe to contour. Listen. And yes, to actually like contour, that is the right way, but I just don't think that's like practical for like real life because it just looks gray on your face. Where I feel like if you use a warmer bronzer contour kind of product to contour, it looks like more natural a bit. I'm gonna take just a bit of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer just because I feel like I need to highlight this now that I put contour on the sides. I feel like it's on the bridge of my nose a bit. I feel like the creasing right here is a bit crazy for me. I feel like when I wear dewier foundations, like yeah, I smile and I talk and it's gonna like kind of settle there. But I feel like when I relax my face, it kind of doesn't emphasize it as much here. You see how it's like really settled right there, which I don't normally like care about that, but it's just really so much that I'm noticing it right now. All right, so we're gonna move on and I'm gonna set my face with the Charlotte Magic Powder. I've been really loving my loose powders lately, but I really feel like more of it ends up on my desk than it does on my face. And I feel like I'm just wasting product left and right. I'm just setting my face with the Hourglass powder. I'm not gonna set it as much as I normally would because this foundation is already like pretty much set on its own. I'm just gonna kind of hit the places where I don't really get oily, but where I don't really want any shine to come through. So next I'm gonna take the Fenty bronzer. I have the shade Island Ting. And I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush because I feel like we already have the contour situation going on. And since that was a cooler shade, I'm just gonna hit with some bronzer just to kind of warm up my face a bit. And to just kind of like also diffuse it so it looks a little bit more blended. For blush, I'm gonna use this blush by Note. It's called Luminous Silk Compact Blusher in the shade Desert Rose. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I love the color. It's kind of like a rosy, but it also has like some orange in it. I think it's really pretty. It is so pigmented, it's insane. So I just barely like tap it in there and then get so much off of it. And then I go in with it. Since I'm so matte now, I'm just not used to like so matte of a foundation. I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. I want to take the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo, but I'm just going to take the shimmery one. This is the shade Soft Peach. Just a bit. Just a bit. I'm going to take the Hourglass Luminous Light and just with this bigger brush just kind of loosely highlight. Next I'm going to take Becca Opal. I just never really stray away from these highlighters. And I feel like when I try other highlighters, I just feel like they're never quite as good as Becca. Alright, so moving on to eyes, I'm going to do what I usually do and take this Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette with Morphe. The shade Poof in here, I just love so much for setting my lids before going in with eyeshadow. I just love the color of it so much. I feel like it's just the perfect skin tone color. Next, I'm going to take the Desi and Katie Friendcation palette, just because I love the neutrals in here. I feel like they're the best neutrals. So I'm going to start out with Basic, which is this one right here. And I'm just really fluffing this everywhere. Basic is such a light color. It's just like what I use to start building up the crease. Then I take Necessary, this one, and kind of do the same thing. I just like to start off slow. And because this is like a more everyday situation, I don't want it to get too dark or too structured. Next, I'm just going to take a Morphe M433 with Necessary again And I'm just gonna use this on the lower lash line because this, again, is such a light color. You can kind of use it to do this because it's not so dark. And I'm kind of going for the blown out look here. Then I'm just gonna keep the same brush and grab Churro right here. Just going to use that to darken up the outer V and a little bit in the crease. Then I'm gonna take a pencil brush with Churro again to just kind of, I want the lower lash line to be a bit smoky, but I also like don't want it to be so blown out that I lose the definition. So I just used a smaller brush for this darker color. I'm not gonna really use anything on my lid. Like, I'm cool with just keeping it matte. For my inner corner, I always take Moonstone. I feel like it's just the best for the inner corner, but I take like a good amount of it and I do kind of blend it on to the inner part of the lid. And I mean, if you wanted to, you could take this across the whole lid, or, you know, obviously you can do whatever you want to do. Yeah, I feel like this adds enough shine for me that I don't really need to put it across my whole lid. So I'm gonna actually use a gel today. I'm gonna use the Inglot number 77. I don't use a gel very often. I don't know, I just feel like I'm in the mood today for a bit of a bolder wing, and I feel like I can achieve that better if I have my Inglot gel liner. But you could do, obviously, again, you can do whatever you want. Like, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'd say most days I just do a straight across liner because I do put on lashes and I feel like I don't want to spend all this time doing eyeliner. So I'm gonna start by making just like that little line on the outer corner just to make sure we're going in the same direction, which we are not. This is so scary. I forget how scary this was. I think we're there. Okay. Seriously, like my heart was pounding. I'm just gonna take some mascara. I would get some on my nose right now, that's great. Next, I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny Mascara because this is what I use for my lower lashes. I'm gonna let this dry before I scrape it off. Next, I'm gonna be taking some brow gel. This is by Revita Brow. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm still testing it out, but it's a tinted brow gel. I'm going to use Cocoa Lashes in the style J'adore. I actually haven't worn these before, but they seem like a smaller, fluffier lash, more suitable for every day. So, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do whatever my lash glue. Okay, here it is. Oh, heck. I feel like I always have more lash glue on my tweezers than I do on the lashes, and my tweezers just pull my lashes off. Okay, I'm going to be taking a crap ton of setting mist, Morphe. And as always, I left my lip products in my purse downstairs, so I gotta go get them because I've already ran up and down the stairs 15 times, but we're gonna do it 16 times. I'll be right back. All right, so something I've been doing with lips a ton lately is just using lip liner and gloss. I haven't been using a lot of actual lipsticks because I'm always wearing nudes, so, and I just feel like the look is a little bit like softer, a little bit more natural. So I kind of just use the lip liner to give my lips some shape, overline them a little bit, correct them a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is take Cork. I really love this lip liner because of how dark it is. It's really great for defining the lip line. I just take a really small amount. It depends on what lip product I'm going over it with, but because I'm actually going to use a clear gloss over top. I don't want this to be too dark because I don't want it to be like super dark lip liner and then like clear lip gloss. So just a small amount to add that definition and shape. Then I'm going to use MAC Pro Longwear Lip Liner in Etc. And the Pro Longwear lip liners are really creamy, and so I'm just gonna go over that and kind of just blend it out and fade it down into my lips. Then I'm going to take this lip gloss. It's by the brand Athia. They actually reached out to me and wanted to send it to me, and I was so excited because I've never been reached out to by an actual makeup brand before, or a skincare or beauty brand, whatever. I seriously love this. I've never used a lip gloss like this. It is really thick in the sense that it's like hydrating. It's almost like a creamy gloss. And I feel like lip plumping glosses never work, but I feel like this one actually works. But it doesn't like hurt your lips. Like the Too Faced one, sure, it might make your lips a little bit plump, but it hurts so bad. This one doesn't. It's just so nice. And I kind of use this wand to continue to blend down that lip liner. It is like a little bit of a different consistency. It's definitely super thick, but it's not really sticky. It's just like thick and moisturizing, which it is actually moisturizing and good for your lips. Hyaluronic acid plumps, smooths, and hydrates on contact while creating a protective barrier. Collagen production. Oh, these are big words.
Oligopeptide.
Oligopeptide. Oligopeptide, natural amino acids which support your body's normal collagen production, provides plumper. I'm the worst reader ever. Always been. I've always was like embarrassed to read in front of people in school. Now I'm not in school and I don't have to read and I've gotten even worse at it. Okay. Provides plumper, more youthful looking lips. And then natural moisturizers such as jojoba oil and ylang. How did I never knew how to say that either? Ylang flour gives the formula its thickness so it stays on for hours of lasting comfort. I could feel it, like I know it's plumping and I can feel it's hydrating and I can feel it lasts a long time, but I didn't know it was from ylang. Don't feel like that's how you say it. Like I don't think that's how people say it. This is how it looks. Isn't that nice? And look, it's not sticky. It's just thick. I feel like it lasts a long time on my lips. It actually is moisturizing. It actually makes them look more plump. Like, why do not more people talk about this? That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to see more of me. And I'll see you guys in my next video.